Hello and welcome in to Dallas as it's 18U now. It's Texas Chaos taking on Building Champions, and it'll be Texas Chaos to start off with the ball. First pool play game for both of these teams. To start off the morning, Ben Spicer joined by CJ Gilbert. We get to see Texas Chaos with the ball first as they are in the pink jerseys. Building Champions in the light blue, powder blue jerseys, and it's Jacob Torres, the quarterback for Texas Chaos. 10th grader out of North Crowley. Elite 11 quarterback. He throws over the middle, has a completion to start us off as
Jermaine Cooper on the catch right there. Big tight end out of North Crowley High School, has Bama offer, Colorado, Arkansas, a lot of offers. One of those top guys out of North Crowley High School. As you mentioned before, Ben, JT Torres, Elite 11 quarterback. I think he just got an offer from Sacramento State as well. So really good ball here that we're going to see between Building Champions and Texas Chaos, and off to a really good start for Texas Chaos.
Pickup of 22 on the first play. Here's Torres after picking up that first down, looking for a touchdown, and he's got it. Texas Chaos on the board in just 2 plays. Finding the end zone is Keontae Ingram.
And that's another one of those North Crowley members. They won a state championship this past year, and really good start by, this Texas Chaos group. Jacob Torres, JT Torres, threw over 2,000 yards, as you see right here, lined up off that 22-yard completion, and really dotting it in the middle, going over the middle to Keontae Ingram. Like I said before, this Texas Chaos group is really good.
Ingram in motion, Torres on the 2-point try, looking to the corner. Strong catch, and did he secure it?
I don't think so.
It's going to be incomplete. 6-0 is your score. Now we get the chance to see the Building Champions offense, a team comprised from the Kansas City area. Garrett Miller is the quarterback, number 15.
See right there, beautiful ball. Almost a completion catch, but ultimately couldn't corral it in. But we'll see Building Champions here.
Here's Miller rolling left first play. He'll take the short completion. And after allowing the touchdown in just 2 plays, we'll see how Building Champions responds on offense. That was a Kobe Bruce on the catch.
And that's one thing about it. They're going to have to start out fast and finish even faster if they want to compete with the Texas Chaos group. Really having a 2-play scoring drive. So we're already kind of in a fast-paced momentum-type game here for this 18U pool play game.
The completion to Bruce netted them 6 yards. Now Miller has trips to the left. Here's Miller rolling the opposite side here on second down, throwing to the far side. Catch
right
made. And it's going to be just short of the first down.
Yeah, really good throw, as you kind of see in his mechanics. Really good rollout passer, trying to get it right there on the sticks, more of a timing route. Just a little bit shy of the first down. So they'll probably drop a short pass here to kind of continue the drive.
3rd down and 1 for the Building Champions offense, trailing 6-0 here, early stages of this 18U pool play game. Ben Spicer and CJ Gilbert coming your way as they'll get the completion to extend the drive. Catch was made by Jeremiah Rhodes.
Really good ball, completion, and catch right there. Like I said, Garrett Miller out of Rockhurst High School, class 2027, quarterback on the watch list, UYFL National Championship runner-up. And he's done his due diligence just being a rising junior this year.
Here's Miller after picking up the first down. Miller looking left side, another short completion, and they'll pick up some yards after the catch near another first down. Depends on the spot. It gets inside the 10. That is a first down, and that's a Kobe Bruce with his 2nd catch of the series.
Yeah, we've seen him on a little shallow route before on this drive, same drive, and that's probably going to be a connection that we're going to have to watch here in this 18U pool play game between Garrett and Kobe.
Run after the catch gets them down to the 9-yard line, so Building Champions knocking on the door on their first possession. Here's Miller rolling out left, firing one in there, and it got deflected and falls incomplete.
Yeah, that was really good defense by the Texas Chaos defender, and just to kind of get it in the passing lane there and just overall interrupt the pass and the throw. Really good stuff, and to bring up 2nd down. That was Zion Miller on the pass deflection there.
So 2nd down and goal coming up.
Look like it'll be from about the 8-yard line.
Coach Tate dialing something up in the huddle there for Miller, who will have 3 receivers to his left, surveying the field as he gets set to put the ball in play. Send a man in motion. Here's the second down and goal throw. And that one just out of the grasp of his intended receiver. It's going to bring us to a third down and goal from the 9.
But overall, that type of throw there is still all about timing. So that's some of the things that we work on here. You know, when you're going through the spring and summer and eventually translate to the fall, all about getting that timing down. So just kind of out of the reached hands of the receiver, and Garrett's going to have a third down from the 8-yard line, and they'll have to punch it in for 6 to tie this game up.
6-0 Texas Chaos scored in just 2 plays. It's been a longer series for Building Champions, and they're trying to cap it off with the score. They've got to pick up 9 yards to get into that end zone. Man comes in motion for Miller. Miller rolling to the motion side. Has to get the pass off. He does just in time, and it slipped out of his hands. It's going to be 8-0 Texas Chaos after the defensive stop in the red zone.
Really good defense to bend, not break there. And overall, that's 2 points for Texas Chaos. And we know what this Texas Chaos offense has already done, 2-play scoring drive. So really a pressure point for Building Champions to get off the field here. It looks like they'll change quarterbacks, Texas Chaos. This will be the first time we'll see this quarterback here.
That is Cameron Jenkins. And Jenkins has the completion as it's Keontae Ingram again on the receiving end. So 2 quarterbacks for Texas Chaos. Cameron Jenkins, a 10th grader out of Alvarado High School.
And we've already said Keontae Ingram's name already. Ole Miss, SMU, Texas State, a lot of offers on his name out of North Crowley High School as well.
Ingram got 10 yards on that first down. That throw was into some congestion there, and it's knocked away. Good defensive coverage from Building Champions.
So they'll need about 4 yards to pick up this next first down right here, Ben. So really pivotal for Building Champions to kind of press the mark and get off the field here.
Building Champions can get on the board here with the defensive stop as well. Texas Chaos needs 5. Ingram to the right of Jenkins. Takes the snap. Here's the third down throw. Looking over the middle and off the hands of Ingram. And it falls incomplete, off the hands of the Texas Chaos receiver. It's going to be 2 points for Building Champions, and 8-2 is your score.
Yeah, really, aggressive defense from Building Champions. They're really pressing up on, the slot receivers and even the backside of the backfield. So really good stuff there by Building Champions to get on the board. It's 8-2 now. And ultimately, Miller and this offense has not had trouble getting the ball down the field. It's all about just capping it off with a score. So we'll see with their second possession what they'll do here.
Looks like that was Price Demerson, the intended receiver there. They couldn't haul it in for Texas Chaos. Here's Miller's second series. Last drive stalled out in the red zone. And they'll get a early completion here to start us off. The short stuff working for Building Champions, taking what the defense gives them.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think that's Jeremiah Hull first catch. Kobe Bruce, he's been kind of that short intermediate guy for Building Champions. They've just been kind of methodically driving down the field. It's all about trying to find that matchup that they like, that they can possibly get in close enough to get 6 points.
Good look there, quarterback Garrett Miller. That was Aiden Mosley on the last catch out of Shawnee, Kansas. Here's Miller, second down throw, coming to the opposite side, has his man and has a first down. Elijah Hall that time coming through with the catch at a Gardner Edgerton High School in Kansas.
And he really has some speed on that to kind of pick up yards at the catch. Hall.
Still a one-possession game, 8-0 Texas Chaos. They scored in 2 plays to start us off. And their offense stalled out on their most recent possession. Second series for Building Champions on offense. Here's Miller. Miller
going deep
looking
with
long into double coverage.
Did he get it? Did he corral it in? Did they going to call it a catch?
What a
grab.
They will.
Will.
Strong catch there from Jeremiah Rhodes to bring it in. And Building Champions at the doorstep again. Can they cash in this time?
Really good catch there by Jeremiah Rhodes to kind of just have the concentration and the strength to come down with the catch, man. That was really good defense by Texas Chaos. You see right here on the DR7 replay on the left side there, coming down with it, corralling it in, got both feet down in bounds. That'll pick up more than enough for a first down.
Great trust with Miller and Rhodes there, throwing it up into double coverage. Let this man have a chance at it. Here's Miller in a man in motion. He's looking to the right side. And that went into a tight window. It's caught, and it's a score. And it's Aiden Mosley with the second catch of the series. This time, they'll come away with 6 points from the catch from Mr. Mosley.
Yeah, Mosley, second catch of this drive, ending it off with a touchdown himself. So really good stuff, really way to answer back for Building Champions. And they'll elect to go for 2 points here, with it being only them down 2 points.
No, they're tied. We're tied. 2-point defensive stop on the last series. So Aiden Mosley comes away with the first score for Building Champions.
Yeah, and by the way, we have 2 number 8s out here on our roster as well. So,
well, hopefully it's the right one. Here's Garrett Miller going for 2. Has a man wide open. And just trying to get the feed in. He does. And it'll be 10-8 Building Champions. I don't know how he slipped out of the backfield there, but there was no one around him. Me and you could have made that throw,
yeah,
CJ.
No doubt. That was just one of those plays where, discipline. You really not having your eyes in the back or having your eyes in the backfield and just kind of losing sight of what's going on. As you see right there, Mosley taking a strong catch for a touchdown there and then ultimately going for 2 to take the lead by 2 points.
So it's back to Torres, QB1 for Texas Chaos. And he gets a quick connection. Strong hands from the receiver, Jeremy Cooper.
And that's really been that was what started the first drive 2 possessions ago to kind of kickstart that first score for Texas Chaos, as we got a good coach shot by Building Champions coach right there.
Pick up a 14 for Torres and the Texas Chaos offense, trailing by 2. Here's Torres, quick completion to Ingram. And Ingram's just a mismatch out there. Not sure there's many teams here this weekend that'll be able to put a stop to young Keontae Ingram.
Yeah, definitely. And being one of those top running backs in the state of Texas on his way to being one of the best in the nation, he's definitely quick out of the backfield. I don't think we've seen, especially with 7-on-7, the level of play out of the backfield being a running back. So that's very special when you have a running back that can really do things out of the backfield and can cut on a dime when running as well.
Building Champions took the lead on a 2-point conversion pass to their running back. Here's Torres looking left. Firing over the middle and deflected and knocked away there as that coverage was applied by Colin Powell out of Prairie Village, Kansas. Mixture of Kansas and Missouri on this Building Champions team. They came deep here to DR7 this weekend. So shout out to the Building Champions organization.
Kansas and Oklahoma, the Midwest, really have some good talent. Went, out to Illinois last week. Saw some teams out there that was pretty good, and Oklahoma week before that.
Ingram in motion. Here's Torres looking to the end zone, throwing it up into double coverage, and it's batted and knocked away. 3rd down coming up.
Really good defense there by Building Champions between the safety and the corner to kind of close that pass off. You see right here on the DR7 replay on the left side of the screen, Keontae Ingram in motion. JT Torres looking over the deep left field right there, but just couldn't connect with his receiver. Really good coverage by Building Champions.
Got to pick up about 8 yards to get the first down here. Does Torres in this Texas Chaos offense. Torres sends a man in motion from left to right. Here is Torres on 3rd down. Has
good
a completion, but it's going to be that's short of a first down.
Yep, turnover on downs. Really good catch by Ingram there, but ultimately short of the sticks, and it would be 2 points for Building Champions. It is now 12-8 with 11.5 minutes remaining in this game.
So tough catch from Keontae Ingram, but was just about a yard short. It all comes down to where that ball is. You see the gloomy skies here in the DFW area.
Can't dodge it. Can't dodge it.
Sun was peeking out a little bit in our first stream, but it has gone away. And those dark clouds overhead. No rain here, at least that we know. Light winds. Quarterback's throwing into the wind.
Easy money.
Completion there. As again,
Bruce.
Building Champions just taking what's there.
The easy connection right there to Kobe Bruce. That's probably his 3rd or 4th catch of this game, and he's really been the difference maker, the glue guy, like I always like to say. And Miller has really impressed me as well with kind of capping drives off his last drive, and now, marching down the field on this one.
So that's a pickup of 11 yards on about a 3 or 4 yard pass. Bruce picking up some additional yardage. It's going to make this a second down and around 4. Man coming in motion again. Here's Miller. Miller, another first down pickup as he finds his man. I believe that was Jeremiah Rhodes on the receiving end for Building Champions.
And you can tell with Texas Chaos, they're trying to play a zone-style coverage where they're not trying to get beat over the top, but at the same time, they're letting a lot of cushion underneath. So really Miller and coaches really building a drive out that is, playing complementary towards each other.
They can get another first down if they cross over the 10-yard line. Miller has trips. As you see him getting set to put the ball into play, they'll motion a man. Here's the snap. Second down throw. He wants a touchdown, and he's got it.
Back of the end zone, touchdown.
Building Champions adding to their advantage here as it's Rhodes coming through again. Jeremiah Rhodes in for 6.
Yeah,
18-8, Building Champions.
Say really good stuff. Being a route running technician right there, Jeremiah Rhodes, and as you see right here on the replay, Miller calling in motion all the way, looking to the left, and just throws an easy dot to the back corner of the end zone to Jeremiah Rhodes for his second touchdown in this ball game.
The lineup to go for the 1-point conversion. Building Champions has scored 18 points unanswered here. As you see inside their huddle, showing out for the Kansas City area. Down in the DFW this weekend. Can they hold on to the lead here as we're under 10 minutes to play? Here's the 1-point conversion. Miller on the move, left side, knocked away. Man, that was a good throw, good placement there from Miller. Just couldn't complete the process of the catch that time. That was Trayvon Warren in coverage, another North Crowley product for Texas Chaos.
And just kind of doubling back to Jeremiah Rhodes being his second touchdown in this ball game. He's committed to Independence Community College, so congratulations to him. But overall, really good stuff.
Here is Cameron Jenkins, his second series, and that pass was dropped by Ingram. It's going to bring us to a second down and 15.
Yeah, uncharacteristic drop by Keontae right there. It'll be second down, and they'll have to pick up 15 to get this first down.
Jenkins and the Texas Chaos offense went 3 and out on his first possession. Here's his second down throw. Jenkins pump fake.
Going deep with
now
it.
Looking for the long ball. Up for grabs.
Oh, it's caught.
Receiver makes
Touchdown.
the catch. What a throw. What a completion. And it's 6 points for Texas Chaos. That's Brian Ware out of Segan High School with 6.
Yeah, really good concentration right there by Ware with the defender draped all over him as you see the penalty flag on the field. But really good concentration as you see right here on the DR7 replay. Cameron Jenkins launching it down the field after a pump fake, getting it to Ware. And like I said before, the defender draped all over and touchdown for 6. Texas Chaos.
They'll go for 2 to try to make it 18-16. Here's Jenkins firing over the middle. Has his man.
Ingram.
And this time there's no doubt about it. Ingram over the line to go. And it's 2 points. Jenkins leading the scoring drive that time for Texas Chaos, and it's a 2-point game all of a sudden.
With all of the talent that Texas Chaos has, you know they're not going to go down without a fight. They can score at any point in time, and that what puts the pressure on Garrett Miller and this Building Champions offense to kind of continue to cap off drives with scores.
Miller's first down throw is a short completion. And making the catch again is Kobe Bruce. So Bruce will pick up about 4 here. And again, Building Champions has been content with taking those short completions, making things more manageable for Garrett Miller. Miller out of Rockhurst High School in Overland Park, Kansas.
You see right there between Coach Tate and Miller trying to make sure they're on the same page for this second down right here.
Second down and 11. Bruce coming in motion. Miller, another short completion. And the pickup after of some more yardage, it's Elijah Hull. Excuse me, that's Collier. Trace Collier from Raytown, Missouri.
Like you said, Ben, just being content with taking the short, easy passes. And now they'll look like it'll be first down. Yeah, it'll be first down, yeah. So now I just have to get to the 10-yard line, have to pick up 15 yards to pick up another first down. But in general, just being content with what the defense is giving them, building champions, and Miller is.
So here's Miller after picking up the first down. And doesn't get a pass off. Good sticky coverage that time from Texas Chaos. Nobody open for Miller in this building champions offense.
And that'll bring up second down. Like I said before, this is one of those moments where it's kind of creeping on 5 minutes where Texas Chaos, if they get a stop, they can tie this game up. And you know the way that they score on offense, that they can potentially take the lead.
18-16 your score. Right around under 5 minutes to play here. First 18U pool play game of the day for both of these teams.
Willing to bet that Bruce will be in on some type of mesh combination right here.
Quads to the right side of the formation for Miller. Second down, has a man wide open. And a big pickup there. That's Aiden Mosley, who had a touchdown earlier on in the game.
They had a few athletes that were open on that play, Mosley being one of those, but I believe if he would have been looking on the right side of the screen, he had a few receivers wide open there. That was a breakdown in coverage by Texas Chaos.
So now building champions can take their time. No need to be in a hurry. Just make sure you get in that end zone. Apply some more pressure on Texas Chaos. This building champions team, after falling behind 8-0, scored 18 unanswered points. Offense under Garrett Miller starting to click here for building champions. Can they cap it off? Short completion.
And that's his guy again.
Jeremiah Rhodes.
Yep. He's been the consistent piece.
Had a touchdown on the last drive to make it 18-8.
And he's really been, almost unguardable down here in the red zone. Like you mentioned before, Ben has a couple touchdowns on to today. He's a top target along with Bruce, as you see Miller calling the man in motion. That's Bruce in motion.
Quads to the left side. Here's Miller looking towards the left. That one just out of reach of the building champions receiver as he was trying to get it out there to Looney. And that'll be the game. So building champions comes out on top 18-16 here over Texas Chaos. They fell behind 8-0. Reeled off 18 unanswered points, fended off Texas Chaos, making a late run. And the play of Garrett Miller out of Rockhurst High School, Overland Park, Kansas, was impressive. Had several receivers step up and make some plays. And this building champions program, CJ, is going to be one to watch as this weekend progresses here in the DFW.
Yeah, no, definitely. They'll be one to watch for sure. Garrett Miller, really cool, calm and collected with Coach Tate. So between those two guys, between coach and player, they were really on the same page. And then once you get kind of to Jeremiah Looney, of course, Jeremiah, the receiver number 4, was really good in this ball game, capping off drives with scores. They really have a really good, well-balanced team with the sets of receivers that they have, but it all starts with Garrett Miller for building champions. So they get a really good dub, 18-16, I believe so. But overall, that's a really good, just overcoming adversity early in that ball game.
Good shot of our guy, Nick Statsgradney, down there on the field for the platform, showing some love to the prospects down on the field. Check out theplatformdr.com from coverage from throughout the weekend. We've still got more games to come later on today, so don't go anywhere. You can check out the full schedule on our YouTube channel. For CJ Gilbert, I'm Ben Spicer. Thanks for joining us. Oh, there's our schedule. You see there on the screen. Next game coming up will be at 1:30 p.m. 8U, TCU Bulldogs, defending champs, taking on the SED Battle Boys. Plenty of great matchups. We got a Kansas Wichita Wheat versus Austin, Texas matchup in the 15U ranks, Wheat and Juice. It's going to be a lot of fun, so don't go anywhere. We'll see you back here later on in the day for more coverage from the Dallas area.